You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty.
Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? We're here to mock draft. We're here to talk a little fantasy football, maybe take some phone calls, answer some questions, and get into said mock drafts right now.
It's time to mock draft.
Let's roll. Dropped said link. We're starting said mock right this very second. Let's move this over a tad. Okay, let's kick it off. We've got a full room, and let's do one mock right now and focus on it. I got to change the draft board size. We got a 12-team PPR redraft. I think I don't have the title messed up. Yeah, the title's good. Bench. Actually, this is all set. I think it's 6 rounds, right? Perfect. Okay, 6 rounds. I'm drafting from the 4 spot. I went Taylor, Jefferson, Jamar Chase. If put in this position, I'm going to draft how I would draft. I'm not going to try anything new. I'm going to draft how I would draft. I'm a little concerned about Cooper Kupp right now at this point because of Stafford. Enough to say give me Najee over Cooper Kupp, but it's close. You know, I'm gonna hover around the idea of Cooper Kupp or Najee. I know a lot of people go Henry. I know a lot of people go CMC. That is not me. I am not one of those people. I'm not going near those individuals in 2022, not at this high draft value. I'm going Najee Harris. I'm going with pure volume. I'm going with the fact that Pickett looks really good, and I think he could win the job, and the Steelers are going to be kind of underrated walking into 2022. I really like the Steelers right now. I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl. I don't think they're necessarily even going to be in a wild card race, although they could be. I think they could shock some people, but they're going to move the football. They're going to look good. They're going to progress. They're going to get better. Pickett's going to show, nice future potential. And so that's what this year is going to be about for the Pittsburgh Steelers, putting up points, trying to fight for a wild card spot, whether they get one or not. It's going to be a tall order, but don't rule out the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have a big upside built team that really is going to revolve and center around whether Kenny Pickett can pick up the slack and pick it to Pickens. What are we going to see with that? I'm excited about Pickens. I'm real excited about Pickens. Just had a heck of an auction draft. Let's see what this comment is. Dak, Lamb, Debo, A.J. Brown, Mooney, Javonte, CEH. Great team. Nice job. I would sell Acres high, though. That's what I would do. I'd try and get into a little bit safer vehicle there. Donnie says Najee at 5. Come on, bro. Apparently Donnie only mock drafts with people on ESPN or something. I don't know, Donnie. I'm not sure why that shocks you at all, bro. I don't know how that's bold. I don't know how that's crazy to you. I don't know how that deserves a come on. A come on, man. A come on, man. You know what, Donnie? I'm sorry, bro. I take it this is your first night here. All right, we are close to on the clock. I need to scoop up some people and queue up some people and get ready to rumble. Avi's on the clock here. What's Avi going to do? What's Avi going to do? Avi's going to time out. That's what Avi's going to do. Timed out on Tyreek Hill. That's what I wanted to. I don't normally do this. Let's try it. Javonte was a little early. Meet the Woo's MVP. Meet the Woo does tend to snag the sleepers a little bit early when we come in here to mock draft. Meet the Woo, you do tend to do that. Let's just be honest. Meet the Woo's going to try and single-handedly reshape Javonte Williams' ADP. All right, where are we at? Jimmy's got Chasen and Josh Allen. Jimmy's going a little early on quarterback. That's okay. A.J. Brown at 2.11, I have no problems with that because I really love A.J. Brown. Taylor, Evans, Barkley, not bad. Jefferson, Brown, Hall, Etienne. God, I knew you guys were just going to snipe the heck out of everybody. What if I went with the stack? Let's just see how it feels. I haven't been going Mahomes at all. I told you I was going to do what I normally do, not try something new, but I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist because you guys are sniping the heck out of me. So, I'm going to have much better options in a typical draft. This is training. This is hardcore training. You guys get the best training of mock drafting, period, because everybody's sniping everybody. Everybody's taking everybody early, which may feel like a bad thing when you're in here, but when you go into your regular draft, it's going to look like Christmas when you walk in because nobody's thinking or doing what we're doing, and everybody grabbing everybody way too high because we're all like-minded. We're all going toward the same goal. We all believe in the same players, and it makes it really, really, really hard to mock draft against each other because everybody's not willing to be patient, which is understandable, but Javonte going at 10, Meet the Woo is part of that. But I understand it. I'm not mad at you. You're not taking a lap for it. Henry, Aaron Jones, and who? Are you doing any offline money drafts in Phoenix? Drew, if I had time to even eat 3 meals a day, I would, okay? So, no, I don't have time to. I barely have time to exercise, bro. And that's when I do, like, Instagram lives and all that. Don't have time. Probably will never have time again in my life to ever do things like that. I barely have time to go to the post office, bro. When I got to mail something out to a winner of some kind, it takes me like 5 days to get to the post office. Would want to see everyone here bidding on Javonte. I don't know. I don't know what the bid would be if we went into an auction draft. I don't even want to know. I'm afraid to do auction content. See, even Burrow, meet the woo. You're taking Burrow way too high, bro. He's a 6th-round pick right now. You're messing with the ADPs, bro. I mean, your team looks good. I still really like your team, meet the woo, to be honest. But I don't know. Every one of those picks is really, really high. You could easily get Burrow in most drafts at the 5.10. So make sure you take your foot off the gas in the real scenario, my man. Otherwise, you're leaving a bunch of value on the board. God, how some of these guys have changed ADP-wise is absolutely crazy. I don't even know who I can go here. This is insane. You got to time out again. Because last time you timed out, your timeout sniped me. I mean, who do I even go? Who do I even go here? It's like so early for Eli Mitchell. It's so early for A.J. Dillon. It's so early for any of these guys. But there's like literally no one left. I mean, this is super early. This is about 5, 6, 7 picks too early. But like, what can you do at this point? You guys have literally sniped City the whole way through. I love my draft at the 9 slot. Where are you at? The 9 slot. Who is that? Zach. Zach at the 9 pick. Cup, Adams, Herbert, Connor. Not bad. I don't really like your number 1 running back being Connor, but I don't know. It's not bad, broski. Nick, what's up, my man? What do I think of your team? What draft slot are you in, Nick? Jimmy. Dalton Schultz in the 4th round. What are you guys doing? I feel like closing this draft so it doesn't complete. Dalton Schultz in the 4th round. Jimmy, what on earth are you thinking, bro? That's like almost 2 rounds. Between you and Meet the Woo, you're single-handedly ruining ADP values as we speak. Unbelievable. I love both of you guys, but come on. Schultz at 4.10. I haven't seen that yet this offseason. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I wish I would have waited. A.J. Dillon's too high here. I mean, you almost have to. This whole draft screwed up now. Nothing like drafting a guy as absolute ceiling, says Avatar. I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy, bro. This is probably the worst draft we've had all off season long. Just the reaches they're not arguable at all. They're completely, and even my team, like I'm forced to take Mitchell at 4.9 when he's at 5.4. I'm forced to take A.J. Dillon at 5.4 when he's at 6.9 because at this point in the draft we've had so many reaches. I don't know. And Meet the Woo, I'm not mad at you, and I'm not mad at you, Jimmy, but I'm just saying be careful. You don't want to set a tone that these are where they have to go. It's one thing to get your guy. It's one thing to get your guy. But Javonte does not need to go 1.10. You're not going to... Maybe you don't land him in our draft. Yeah, and these QBs straight in a row. I don't even understand what's going on. I feel like I'm in a bizarro world right now. I don't even know what just happened. This draft does not look normal. Jeez, guys. Let's start a new mock. Let's get out of this one. I don't even want to review these teams, because if I review them, I feel like I'm just gonna get back into a. Because I don't want to be critical of you guys. I love all of you in here. It's a bizarre world. It's upside down world. I don't even know what's going on. I can't even see straight. Burrow at 4.3. I was just on I was on 2 draft calls tonight. One of them, well, both of them I talked about Burrow, but one of them before the call I was just on, where somebody was waiting on Burrow. Now I knew Meet the Woo was going to take Dameon Pierce too, and just cement his value into the top of the round 6. where he might have to go. You might have to actually get Pierce at that 6.3. I don't think Meet the Woo is necessarily making a huge and grave mistake, but I do feel like Meet the Woo is for sure going to take Dameon Pierce early. And 6 point Walker's not going in the 6th round. What are we doing here? You guys wonder why I don't mock draft lately. We're just ruining the ADP. We're just ruining the ADP for ourselves. When we head into drafts and sleeper updates, we're just completely annihilating our chances of getting Dameon Pierce, getting Kenneth Walker. We're just raising the values up as we speak. Um, 6.9. But I ain't got a wide receiver yet. Let's do it. Why not? Wouldn't be the end of the world in the 6th round. I could trade him away. Yeah. Pierce is going up. Meet the Woo, but don't add to it. We're already gonna have enough time. Meet the Woo, keeping Pierce down. Don't help change his ADP, bro. All right, I'm gonna skip out of here on this one. I mean, I do like some of these teams. They look pretty good. Let's go. Let's see how we do in this draft here. Cook and Mixon. Yeah, Devontae went at 110 again. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know if mock drafts even serve us purpose anymore. I mean that. I'm not mad at it. I get it. You guys want to have your guy. We've been talking. When I do video after video on Javonte, what do I expect? Like, what do I expect? What do I expect to happen when I pump Javonte up constantly on the channel? Like, it's my fault. It's not Meet the Woo's fault. It's not Dime Slinger's fault. You know, Dameon Pierce going at 6.1. It's not your fault. It's no one's fault. It's not the person that snipes him or takes him too early's fault. It's my fault. I don't know what else to do. I'm not gonna not push the content out. You know. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to preface not to ruin his ADP, because we were most certainly going to. Oh, what am I doing? I started the draft already. Take a lap, me. 2-pick. Copy link. Let's get in another one here. Another mock draft. Boom. Let's do multiple. That's how we can solve this problem. We'll do multiple mock drafts. I mean, it's a strong duo, Slangers. I'm not going to lie. But just like Meet the Woo, he had a really good team here. And maybe you like Hill and Adams the same, but you would be able to get Lamb and Javonte, or Adams and Javonte, or Diggs and Javonte most likely, by letting Javonte fall to 2.3 in a real life draft. Fournette and McCaffrey. What to do? Got an RB already. got A.J. Brown sitting there. Let's try the early quarterback again and see if we can build a better team than we did last time with the early quarterback. And this, I also don't want to ruin ETN's ADP. I was going to take ETN there, but I don't want to do it. I'm sacrificing for you guys. I'll let my mock draft suffer, but I'm not forcing ETN's value up any more than it has to be forced up. Avatar's got McCaffrey. Austin took Chase. Chris took Cup. Meet the Woo's about to take Javonte Williams at 7. Right, Meet the Woo? No? Attaboy. Eckler, okay. You know I love you, Meet the Woo. I'm just messing with you. I mean, I'm messing with you, but I'm also trying to also keep it from getting out of control. But I appreciate you. You know I appreciate you, and I forget who else was drafting early. David Glazer says ETN. Sorry, J Rob is 1. Hey, David. Do you think you could write an article? I just need you for one article to write up on J-Rob being the 1. And that'll be the only piece we take. We'll put it on the homepage. We'll start blasting it out. You guys can grab the link, send it out to every single potential person that might be drafting ahead of you. And we'll use that. I'd appreciate it. We thank you for your service. Thank you, Meet the Woo. You're the best, too. Man, Dameon Pierce looks so good. We're to get nothing but ADP hiking and snipage all over the place on that one. Let you waste a 3 on ETN. Okay, David. David, read the room. Read the room, David. You're in an ETN. You're in an ETN wheelhouse here. Hey, David, this one's for you. I still appreciate you, David, but this one's for you.
The Moon Men.
Oh, sorry.
Mars. He's on a shuttle to Mars. Mars Men.
The Moon Men. Dropping loads in outer space.
Sorry, hitting the wrong button. There you go. That one's for you, buddy boy.
Space Monsters.
Space Monsters. You, David, hold our beer. You let us keep taking ETN. You go get your J-Rob. Because I hear Achilles tendons are easy to come back from. After you waste a 1 on Javonte, Mr. 55%. I don't know what that means. Mr. 55%. What's that even mean? David. I kind of like David. I kind of needed David in here. David's going against everything that the show stands for. I don't know how David found us. David probably typed in anti-David views and I popped up. This feels a little early for Judy. I'm going to time out over here, aren't I? God, I don't like Aaron Jones here either. I'm going to time out. I don't like Aaron Jones at 15. I don't mind him at the end. Now I'm going to time out here. I guess I'll just go. I'm getting rushed here. ETN. Let's do this for David. Here, David, I took ETN for you. Even got a little wow. 55% of the workload. Oh, okay. I don't know, David. Where are you getting that number? David, should you just take over the show? Why don't we swap places? ETN. Bro, ETN's gonna go nuts. I wonder where... David, can you come back when ETN has a big season, please? This reminds me of that CMC running back one guy that would come in here and he'd be like, Smitty, you wait. I'll be back every single week. CMC's the running back one going forward, and CMC was on his way back. What week was that? Week 10, 11, something like that. He's like, you wait, I'll be here week 12, week 13, week 14. You will see, Smitty. I want to be here every single day. Every single day to rub it in your face that you don't know what you're talking about. You literally have 139 people in. So it's a slow night, David. Don't judge us tonight. 139 people in here totally fooled. CMC's running back one, go forward. CMC came back after I kept saying, trade him. Don't even think about holding on to him. Trade him at an all-time high. And then as soon as CMC went down, bro, that dude was never came back. Never came back. One time. Why do negative come on the show? I don't know. I don't know why people... Like, if you don't like a certain person's, like show, period. You know, like he doesn't like the Javante stuff. He doesn't like the ETN stuff. He hates the Moon Man. He said the Moon Man hit an asteroid. As far as I can tell, these Moon Men are flying.
The Moon Men dropping loads in outer space.
I mean, Pierce looks great. Hurts, AJ Brown look fantastic.
Space
Lamb looks
Monsters.
good. Schultz looks good. ETN looks fantastic. I don't know what he's talking about. And yeah, Trey Lance, we'll see. I still firmly believe in Trey Lance. Guess he already thinks the Moon Men crapped out. But yeah, I don't know what makes people gravitate toward a show they don't like. I don't understand it. I mean, I'm willing to try and win David over, but I don't know if David might be long gone. David, we're here for you. We're going to try our best, David. Yeah, David, do you like Melvin Gordon over Javante? I'm just curious. Honest question. So, I'm not a big fan of my team over here. You guys make it so difficult. Not negative, like the show, like Smitty. Okay. I mean, I'm reading it wrong then, David. I'm getting a whole different vibe. Give David a chance. Didn't seem like you liked the show a minute ago, bro. I'm not gonna lie. David, it does not feel like you like the show. Or me. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the L on this one. I'm gonna say I misinterpreted everything you just said. I'll take the L. Let's go. Chubb, Keenan Allen, okay. Harris, Evans, Higgins, Connor, B-Rob, or A-Rob. I'm on the clock in both. I don't know on that team what I would. Jefferson, Aaron Jones, ETN. I did that ETN pick for what's his name again? David. Appreciate you, David. Oh my God, I've got a timeout. Ah. I'm on auto and I timed out. I hate my team over here. Disgusting. Harris, Evans, Higgins, Connor. I feel like everyone's team is not as strong because everyone's reaching and there's like nobody. It was what's weird is how. I think the 10 spot's fine. It's that everybody's sniping. Like this is not normal. Like watch. Let me show you. Let me show you how it should go. Okay. So from the 12 spot. Let me show you how it really is in real life. Well, what do you know? What do you know? I'm on the clock. What do you know? Swifty's there. Lamb's there. All the right people are there. Javante's there. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go Swift and Javante Williams. This is how you really do it. And let me just show you. Someone offered me Breece Hall for Dameon Pierce. I mean, out the gate, Dameon Pierce should outperform him if he's not getting full workload, but he'll eventually get full workload. You know, so it's A, is it redrafted or dynasty? That matters, and B, are you willing to wait? Look, ETN's still there, Breece Hall's still there. This is the way life should be. This is the way life should be. Let's go with I guess ETN and then McLaurin. I mean, that's how you draft. That's how you're gonna be able to draft. Look at that. Swift, Javante, ETN, McLaurin. I'm still gonna have plenty of wide receivers when it comes back around to me. Metcalf almost fell to me. Oh my God. So Hollywood Brown. Breece Hall still there. God. Oh. I haven't even got a quarterback yet. I'm not going to go quarterback. I only have one wide receiver. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist the Breece Hall. So there's that. And then if someone wants to see what it really looks like to draft from the one spot, we'll only go like 3 rounds on this one. Apparently I have auto pick on because I timed out, got Gibson around 4. That's auto. I did not draft that. McLaurin over Pittman. I mean, that's very, very arguable. Oh, about the timeout. I timed out on this one. I don't know what to do here. I only got one wide receiver. So either Mooney. Probably go Mooney. I mean, Mike Thomas looks okay at the 6-7 turn, I suppose, but I still don't trust him. So Debo, oh, come on, this is ridiculous. There's no way Javonte and Debo are falling. Can you imagine this team? I mean, it's a mock draft based on ADP data. And if you look at that entire second round, it's not off. It's not that off. This is why I say you got to wait on Javonte to at least the top of round 2. Can you imagine this team? Jonathan Taylor, Javonte Williams, and Deebo Samuel. Oh, what do you know? I could still get a DK. I could still get let's see here. Let's go DK and I mean, unreal. Javonte, Jonathan Taylor. I'm not saying this is ultra realistic, but like if you look at the entire round 2, there's nothing crazy there's no one crazy that got drafted there. I mean, look at the entire row. Adams, Kamara, Aaron Jones, Swift, Chubb, Josh Allen, Lamb, Hill, Barkley, Andrews, AJ Brown. That's not insane. That could happen. AJ Dillon. I mean, come on. Look at that team. It's just so nice to do an actual mock draft without Snipe City going on. Okay, let's go. I'm going to go pick 7. Going to drop the link in here. There you go. Let's all snipe each other again. Lamb, Williams, Pitts, Waddle, Lance, Pierce. I really like that team. Luter always drafts a team I like. Diggs, Kelsey, Fournette, Williams, Brady, Henry, Adams, Elliott, Moore, Cook, Mixon, Pittman, Swift, Hill, Herbert, Metcalf. Same. Okay, I like this one. Jimmy R. Jimmy R always drafts a team I like. Swift, Hill, Herbert, Metcalf, St. Brown, Dillon. Very good. Top 5. Eckler, Debo, McLaurin, Mahomes, Mitchell, A-Rob. Top 6 for sure. Maybe top 5. Kupp, Barkley, Keenan, Deontay, Chase, Kamara, Andrews, Burrow. I mean, this is a good team if Kamara plays 17 games. That would be in the money for sure if he played 17 games, but I don't trust him. McCaffrey, A.J. Brown, Hall. McCaffrey, A.J. Brown, Hall, Kittle, Judy, Prescott's pretty good. Top 5, top 6. Harris, Chubb, Higgins, Sutton, Hollywood, Bateman. That's pretty good. That's probably top 6. Jefferson, Aaron Jones, ETN. I timed out on Gibby. Let me remove this. Can I remove him? No. Ugh. Makes me want to throw up. And then this team's pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Monty, though. Najee here. Why not? Why not? Punch it. Okay, let's do one more over here. I'm going to take the 8 spot. Dropping the link. I think I got a couple supers. Let me hit those. We got Avi with a super chat. Avi says, I got the first pick in a 10-team mock, hoping to start off JT Hill or AJ Brown, Javonte. So JT, AJ Brown, Javonte. I doubt you get that, but you never know. We just saw it happen in a 12-team mock, so yeah, I agree, Avi. 155 in here, only 58 thumbs up. Punch that thumb up button. McLaurin is one of the most talented wide receivers in the league. Is somebody who's going after McLaurin? Tell me it's not Glazer again. going at the McLaurin pick. McLaurin is not good. Never has been. Come on, David. David, really? Like, it's one thing to say what you've been saying. James Robinson. David, James Robinson's not going to be healthy for 2 years. Do you understand what an Achilles injury does? Do you understand what an Achilles injury does to the foot? An explosion, bro. That Achilles, dude will never have explosion here to the same degree for at least 2 years. He's not the same player. And not to mention, ETN's not running for more than 900 to 1,000 yards, David. You need James Robinson. We hope James Robinson is able to do something, bro. We want him to. We want him to stay on the field. It's either him or Snoop Connor. We're asking Snoop Connor or James Robinson to carry a heavy workload so ETN could be half wide receiver, half running back like Alvin Kamara or Eckler during Eckler's PPR days. That's what you want out of ETN. What's this? James Robinson's not a threat. He's irrelevant. He's a necessity to keep him healthy, bro. A necessity. James Robinson, we want James Robinson to stay on the field. That, like, it keeps ETN out at wide receiver, keeps him healthy. What do you expect him to do? He's going to rush for 900 to 1,000 yards. So, like, there's that alone. Like, James Robinson's irrelevant. Irrelevant, David. Irrelevant. ETN's the number one weapon on that team. He's the number one weapon. His old college quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, is going to command that he's on the field constantly. Like, it's not even this is not even debatable, David. It's not even debatable. Now you come in with the McLaurin and you say Javante's a waste? David, what are you watching, bro? Who's taking you away and brainwashing you and you come back to us like this? We need David to call in. David, if you want to call in, call in. Oh, boy. James Robinson. James Robinson, the one, he's not even ready, David. He's not even ready. Christopher, appreciate you. I got your super chat on screen. Okay, I think I'm caught up. If anybody else is super chatted, let me know. Avi, appreciate yours. Man, David, you don't like me or the show. You couldn't possibly. Brady outscores Burrow again. You can't let the amateurs take Joe rounds before. You're trolling. You're not a fan of the show at all. You can't be, bro. It's impossible. Herbert, this would be interesting. This would be pretty interesting here. I'm going to go Breece Hall here. I guess I timed out with Dalvin Cook. Fantastic. Exactly what I wanted. Let's see. Christopher says, how would you do a full PPR 3 wide receiver start? Assuming you have 2 running backs and then 3 wide receivers. I mean, it doesn't change my opinion as to who I'm taking in the first couple rounds, bro. When things get even, I might lean wide receiver, but it's not changing necessarily who I take in round 1. Running backs are still scarce, even if you start 2 running backs. If you're starting with 1 running back, that would be different. That would change some things, but it's kind of hard to like give general advice on that, Chris, because I'm a best player available guy. I can't tell you like go wide receiver. Like what you want me to say, I think, is go wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, and I don't ever do that. All I can tell you is that if it's 3 wide receivers mandatory and 2 running backs, that if you're in a position to take Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson in the top 5-6, I'm all about it. I'm fine with that. Dalvin Cook. Let's go Debo again. I've got 2 teams with Debo here. Rock out. Can you send me a link to the next mock? I'll do my best to remember rock out. Yes, I will. David says, do you really think Burrow is worth the 5th picking in 5 rounds before Brady? I think picking Burrow around 6 is gold. David. I mean, David, what more can I tell you? Let me show you something, David. This might educate you here.
The tripod, also likened to pyramids in ancient Egypt, are constructed using Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Javonte Williams.
But nowhere will you find me. David, you said you're a fan of me and the show, so you should know where I'm drafting our boy Burrow, who's winning leagues. And is he better than Tom Brady? Yes. Is he a top 1 to 3 quarterback? Yeah. David, he is. But if you know me, you know that I want you drafting him in round 6. I don't condone this 4th round Joe Burrow drafting right now that everybody's doing. I don't know why it's just happening. Avatar just took him in the 4th round. Avatar, what are you doing, bro? Let's go Kittle here. All right, where were we? But Smitty, he's Tom Brady. Oh, did I have the phone lines off? I'm sorry. Okay, phone lines are open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Dong.
Call in, broski. I love this squad so far. Najee, Debo, Breece Hall, Kittle. Feeling pretty balanced. Timed out on Dalvin Cook. Not liking that. Not feeling good about that. Breece Hall, thanks a lot, Montoya. Oh, man, what am I doing now? I'm not a fan of this pick, but you guys love it. I'm going to try it. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see how it goes. Be nice to David, guys. Be nice to David. No name calling on either side, guys. I don't condone that. Kittle. Jordan with the super. Jordan, appreciate you. Already got Kittle. Man, Amon-Ra, you need to take Amon-Ra so high now to even own him. I guess Mitchell's okay here. I don't love it, but... Jordan dropping the super. Yo, Smitty, got me a spot in the next mock. Need to draft out of the 7 spot. Hulk smash that like. Jordan, DM me on IG. I'm going to send you and Rock out the next mock draft link. Yeah, you guys don't be mean to anybody. All right, everybody be nice to each other. Avatar. Higgins, Waddle. What if I want Waddle again? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to David.
David, what's up?
Hey, man. How are you?
I'm good. Nobody be mean to David in the chat. David has a different opinion. David, I think you came with a little thunder, which is why people are a little defensive. But look, I mean, different opinions are okay, but the problem I have when I see a comment like you're telling people, to do this, and I don't remember the exact verbiage you gave, but it was something like leading him down the wrong path. Essentially,
I was just saying. I think that the things that I said were I think that Najee at 1.4 was a reach. I think ETN. I'm not saying that J-Rob is. The coach said he was number one.
You did say he was one though. But you said J-Rob's the one.
Yeah, no, I did. No, I'm saying that the coach said that. Now that could be coach beef, but whatever. My point is that he's going to have a role that's going to prevent ETN from being
the coach. The coach didn't say he's the one. The coach says he could be a running back one. Like the coaches always talk up their players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree.
He's not saying James Robinson. So James Robinson might not be ready, bro. Like you can't. I mean, you got to be.
Achilles talent. I'm with you. But my point is, he's a factor.
He's not a factor. The reason why is because ETN only needs to run for about 800, 900 to at most 1,000 yards. He's the Eckler, the older version of Eckler that Eckler used to be, where it was like he could survive off 750 to 900 yards rushing because ETN's going to be the most explosive weapon all over the field. He'll be lining up everywhere. And so we want Snoop Connor and we want those guys all over the field at the same time because that's going to keep ETN healthy. I get what you're saying, but I'm telling you, man, I've been doing this 20 years professionally. And I'm not saying you don't have, I don't know your experience. I'm not saying you don't have 20 years of fantasy football experience or more. But when you watch it from my lens and you see nobody ever recover from an Achilles tear, ever, he's a non-factor. He will never be as explosive as he used to be because the running back shelf life is so short. By the time he gets back to form, there's just no opportunity for him. The door will be closed. And if you want to root for him or whatever, that's one thing. But he's not going to take, unless ETN gets hurt, he's not a threat to ETN's job. ETN's got an X number of workload carved out for him already. That James Robinson's not a huge pass catching threat at all to ETN. So even if you look at it from this perspective, ETN gets almost all the PPR work. All he needs is half of the rushing attempts. And if James Robinson or Snoop Connor or whoever it is gets the other half, that keeps ETN healthy. In sum total, ETN's got Alvin Kamara numbers. So I understand where you're coming from, but a lot of it is, I think, fears being injected into a lot of people's perspectives because of coach speak, like you said. Oh, yeah, James Robinson's a one. If you're a coach and someone says, hey, is James Robinson, is he not, how is he going to be? Oh, he's coming back from an Achilles tear.
I agree. I agree with you. I just think it's too dangerous to take. I mean, listen, ETN may be a huge upside guy, but I just think there are too many other guys in that range to take a guy like that. And don't forget, I agree about the Achilles, no question about it. But Robinson's only in his third year, and he was pretty good his first couple of years. But
name a running back.
So it's not really about Robinson. It's really about the draft capital that I would have to spend to take ETN where he's going.
Right, but name a running back that has ever recovered to form from an Achilles. You can't. I mean, I've already beat this like a dead horse. But the only players that have ever come back have been Deontay Foreman.
Freeman, right? Foreman, right?
Deontay Foreman and Marlon Mack. And they're not in positions to be, big time. I think I'd have to take Monty.
Right.
This is crazy here. Monty's. I don't like Monty, but this is far enough. 6.5. That's crazy. I mean, look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Okay, David. I'm a show that has to, and I find this a lot when I do other shows, like when I go on the Niner shows that I do on Instagram, where people are looking right in front of them. And they're like, what's in front of me? This is what I see. This is what we know about this player. He's never taken a snap a snap yet. How can you predict this? My perspective is always going to be, and I might be wrong. I'm not right all the time, David, but I have to look ahead of the curve. And it's always going to feel uncomfortable when I start talking about something that hasn't happened yet. I'm going to be talking about ETNs. I'm going to be talking about Javonte Williams. If I didn't do those things, and you're just going to have to trust the accuracy and either ride with me the next year based on what I did last year, or not ride with me based on the previous year.
Agree.
But
agree.
it's like,
what do you want me to do? Last year's stuff.
What do you want me to do, though? Wait on Javonte to become Javonte and then pump him up, or wait on ETN to become ETN? If I firmly believe those are going to be the guys. So what I'm saying is, when you came into the chat, you came in a little hot, saying like, almost as if I was leading everybody astray, which is one of the statements you made was similar to like that you're going to have these guys drafting, whatever. Javonte wasn't going at 1.4. You said something about 1.4. He went at 1.10, which I immediately said don't do. Not because he can't earn it, but because you can get away with him in the top of 2 almost 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10. So I'm not condoning the Javonte first round drafting not because he can't earn it. I think Javonte's the number 1 or the number 2 overall running back at the end of the year. That might not.
Well, listen, here's the deal. Like you are a content creator, and it's your job, and I respect that you built something that I pay attention to. I watch all the time. So, as a consumer, though, and I have these decisions to make for the money drafts that I'm doing, and I didn't mean to offend anybody. I didn't mean to offend you, certainly.
I appreciate it.
I thought it was a forum to, just kick it around a little bit, get some opinions.
Hey, you're coming in differently now than you were in the chat, so like I appreciate you, and I think everybody in here listening to you, a couple people said you had the cojones to call in, and honestly, you've been respectful. I would just say like keep in mind what I'm doing in a mock draft or what my people are doing in a mock draft isn't a reflection of where I'm telling everybody to draft these guys and a reflection of my content. You know what I mean? If you watch my content says don't draft Javonte in round 1. Take advantage of the gift that is Javonte Williams in round 2. Take advantage of the gift that is ETN at the top of 4 or end of 3. I can't help that people are taking ETN at 2.4 and or wherever they're taking them. Like I get what you're saying, but I'm in here. I'm the first one in here going, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Well, listen, man, I respect you. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work to build something and stick with it. I mean, I understand that. And like I say, I tune in all the time and, All right. So I apologize if I offended you. But I like to kick it around a little bit.
Fresh start, and then everybody in the chat, you give this guy some respect. He called in and he's been very polite. And so let's start over with David. Let's give David a fresh, clean slate. All right, David, appreciate you.
All right, good luck, man.
Later. I mean, guys, give David some credit and let's give David a clean start. So everybody, please be courteous to him in the chat. So it's all. That was a good call. It's a way to totally take a negative and turn it into a positive. These two super chat monsters right here, Tosh and Evan, get a standing ovation for dropping these monsters on the screen.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Appreciate you, both of you. Tosh says, I'm 11 pick in a PPR keeper. Do I keep JT or I lose a first? And a 5th pick or Debo, I lose an 8th pick. Why would you lose 2 picks? Do I keep JT? I lose a 1st and a 5th? Why would you lose 2 picks? I don't want you losing a 1st and a 5th. Debo, you lose an 8th pick. My draft mates are keeping running back like Najee, Swift, Connor, Fournette, Javonte. So not many running backs will be left if you keep Debo. I mean, I suppose I keep JT. Debo in the 5th is good, but at the same time, like you could still get like DKs and such in the 5th. And would I rather have JT and you don't have a 5th, but that's weird. I've never heard of these lose 2 rounds. I've never heard of the lose 2 rounds. Can anybody chime in here and give this boy some advice here? Let's give Tosh Reddy some advice. He's losing a first and a fifth to keep JT, but he's saying there's no running backs that are going to be left. I suppose I keep JT, but it sounds a little crazy that you got to give up both picks. But what does the chat think? Trade Deontay Johnson and Hall for Swift. Deontay Johnson and Hall for Swift. You know, as much as I love Breece Hall, at this moment in time, and I'm not doubting Hall. I'm not like everybody else that's like jumping ship. But I would say Swift is getting drafted in the top 5 to 10 for a reason. We love him. And Hall, in a dynasty, is arguably worth that kind of value as well. But I think it's pretty safe to take Swift, and I'm not a huge Deontay Johnson fan. I'm a huge Javonte Williams fan. I'm not a huge Deontay fan. So I probably give up Deontay Johnson and Hall for Swift. I mean, that's a pretty good safe move for the now, too. Right out of the gate, you're getting that Swift production. So appreciate your super chat. Unfortunately, those are the rules of the Keeper League. To keep a first-round pick, you got to... because it's a first-round pick, you lose a fifth. That makes sense then. You want to keep a first-round pick. A lot of leagues won't let you keep a first-round pick. So in order to keep a first-round pick, you got to give up a fifth-rounder and that first-rounder. That's tough. I would love to know what the chat thinks. Keep Debo, says Avi. That's too rich, says Lone Sentinel. Crazy. Pierce jumped a few rounds. He did. Pierce is going to go around top of round 6 now, going forward. Does anybody else have anything to say? Try and draft Javonte. Javonte's already kept. All these running backs he said are already kept. So if you're telling me there's going to be no running backs left, I keep JT. He's telling you all the running backs are pretty much kept. You got to keep JT then, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sucks, but it is what it is. You got to keep JT. 171 of you in here, only 80 thumbs up. Punch that thumb up button if you could. Let's go over these teams real quick. Harris, Barkley, Evans, Moore, Burrow, Goddard. I like it. Taylor, AJ Brown, Herbert, Schultz, Judy, Edwards, Alaire. Nice. Deluxe says McCaffrey, 8, Aaron Jones, Mark Andrews, Mahomes. Oh, that's pretty good. Godwin. That's probably, I don't love the Godwin pick, but I love the rest of it. That's probably, if you'd just taken a different wide receiver, though, instead of Godwin. He's just not, like, fully healthy. But you're still top 6 for sure. Henry, Josh Allen, Pitts, Deontay, Akers, Mike Thomas. Started off really good. I'm just not a big fan of these 4.9 to 5.4 picks. But and I even don't mind the Mike Thomas 6.9. Jefferson, Hill, ETN, Mike Williams. I knew this is going to be meet the woo. Just looking at the team, I could tell. This is a good team. Love it. Top 5. Chase, Kamara, Fournette, Waddle, St. Brown, Dobbins. Okay. Eckler, Kelsey, Hall, Metcalf, Hurts, Cooks. That's pretty good, Montoya. I timed out on Dalvin Cook, of course. Debo, Higgins, Mitchell, Dillon, Montgomery is pretty decent. Not my favorite team, but Kupp, Chubb, Allen, Diggs, Lamb, Waller, Sutton. Where are the running backs? Mixon. Can't click on Team 11. I don't know why. I think they left. That's why. Mixon, Adams, McLaurin. Okay. Maybe they left because they didn't like their draft. I don't know. Swift, Javonte, Kittle, Pittman, Wilson, Gate. That's pretty good too, Mars. That's pretty good. Mars, man, Smitty. That's pretty solid. I mean, wide receivers are a little light, but for good reason. You have an explanation. You decided to go beast mode with your first 3 picks and avoid wide receiver, but, Pittman steps up. Man, that's a top 5 team. Very, very solid, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very solid. Let's go from the 9. Time for Smitty to go from the 9 pick. I'm really happy about that call with David. To like turn that negative situation into a positive. I feel really good about that. Made me feel good. I don't know why. David, good job, David. Way to come in strong. Taylor, Aaron Jones, Evans, Judy, okay. Chase, Andrews, Josh Allen, Elliott. I don't like the running backs. You did better on the other team. You did really good on that other team, though, so no worries. You're trying something new. Footballers, Chris says Jefferson, Chubb, Pitts, Sutton, Murray is my team. Okay. McCaffrey, Barkley, Higgins, Waller, Hurts. Pretty decent. Henry, Kamara, Allen. Diggs, Brown, ETN, Schultz, Dillon, Lance, Harris, Debo, Hall, Kittle, Mitchell, Mike Thomas. I like that. I think mine. I haven't been throwing my team in the top 4. I honestly haven't liked a lot of my drafts tonight. This one I think is top 4. I think it's my first top 4 team of the night. I've been struggling to find the right players at the right spots. You guys are Snipe City tonight. We're training hardcore. This is like hard. This is like your significant other yelling in your ear with a 10-second timer and drafting. That's what it's like drafting with all you snipers out there. Eckler, Kelsey, Herbert. Okay, it's pretty good. Cup, Mixon, Fournette, Hill, Pittman, Burrow, Cook, Swift, Lamb, McLaurin, Metcalf. A lot of weird balanced teams here. Chris has got Adams, Javonte, Waddle, Mahomes, Hawkins. That started out really good, the first 4 there, and then I didn't love these 2 picks here at the bottom, 5.12 and 6.1. This could have been the number 1 team in my mind if those last 2 picks got landed. But still top 6, 7-ish, but that would have been the clear favorite. I'm going to go from the 9 pick in both of these drafts so I can do a little something different in each one. Let me drop the... Rock out. And who was it that wanted to get in on this? Rock out and who? Jordan. Jordan, I'm sending you the link right here. I don't know if Jordan said he needed the 9 pick. I'll move if Jordan needs the 9 pick, but there's that. There, Jordan and the Rock out. Where you at, Rock out? Where's Rock out at? Super chat by Evan. Where's Rock out? Rock out, message me real quick. I can't find your... I get hundreds of DMs every like 4 hours. I can't even respond to... I don't respond to even 90% or 10. I respond to probably 10% of them. At most. There we go, Rock out. Here we go. You were literally like 50 messages down, bro. All right, jump in real quick. I'm going to wait 10 seconds and I'm dropping this link. J-Man, I believe, is Roberts. There you go. Roberts is in. Here is the link. 5, 4, 3, 2. Rock out. Get some Rock out. Jump in quick. Link is dropping. Time is fading. Rock out's in at the 12. Okay, starting this draft. Starting this draft as soon as the spot fills. They're side by side. It's going to get interesting. Top super chatter of the year, $4.99 from Avatar. Hey, Avatar, appreciate you. Appreciate Avatar. Anybody knocks Avatar off, they get a free draft call. Free hour draft call. Anybody that knocks Avatar off. The next person to knock Avatar off is getting a free 1 hour draft call. Evan with a super chat. Evan with a super chat. Appreciate you, Evan. Did I get to Evan's other one? I did. Okay. Evan said, you think Swift, Lamb, or Mixon? I like Swift, then Lamb, then Mixon in that order, and I think Mixon's a second rounder. It's not me hating on Mixon. It's just I don't think Mixon is a first round guy, not because of him, but because of everybody else. Swifty or Adams? Let's go Swifty. What's up, Albert? Yeah, you missed a draft, Dan. We had two links in there. Let's go Swift in both of these drafts so I can do a slight different variation of them. You think Swift, Lamb, or Mixon? Again, I would say Swift, then Lamb. The next round, Mixon. Sad the first pick already goes by the time I get into the draft lobby. I'm sorry, Swagger. I do drop multiple mocks. Swift. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's give this the proper read. Let's give this the proper amount of screen time.
Swift.
Oh, it's not going to read the question marks? What's that about? Why don't I get it to read it?
Swift.
Swift. Swift. Yes, the answer is Swift. Arnaldo. I love how Swift's shocking to some people. Lammy looks good right here. Lamb chops and Swift. Not much better start than that. I know Arnaldo wouldn't agree, but Tyreek Hill, Debo. Running back. I don't love the running backs here. I'm going to go Debo. So I got Swift and Debo in one draft. I got Swift and Lamb in the other. This is good. This is good. Slightly different. We're going to kind of take it down two different roads that are very similar. Knock me off support. Knock me off support your boy. Yeah. Get this $499 Avatar says get this $499 eyesore off the screen and put a 500 even up there and get your draft call. I think Mark Cleveland was going to call in. Call in if you want, Mark. Sorry if I'm waking you up. Mark's on the text line. So I send him a message whenever I need him. Whenever he needs me, whenever I need him. Let's see here. Smitty, thoughts on J.K. Dobbins? I don't have much thoughts on him, bro. Coming back from an ACL tear, no thank you. You saw what happened to Barkley, and he's on a very similar track as Barkley. Like, kind of not ready. He may or may not be ready for week one. We saw this already. When you're barely ready for week one, you're on the wrong side of being ready for week one with an ACL recovery. You're going to be in a position where you're going to have a lot of knee swelling and you're pushing the limits of your body. That's one big reason why I told you to stay away from Barkley altogether last year, and I was correct. More times than not with these injuries, I mean, think about last year. Derrick Henry, Cam Akers, Saquon Barkley. Not even just three guys I warned people about randomly. My three top avoids for 2022, all of them were completely successful avoids. And J.K. Dobbins has a whiff of the same concern. He's barely ready or on the wrong side of ready, and he's going to come back with an AC. People don't understand the severity of that, and you get the swelling, and your knee literally swells up constantly. Herbert's interesting here. What if we do one of these Herbert? Because I don't see a wide receiver that screams like draft me here. So let's try the early quarterback with Herbs, and then let's see what we do with this team without doing it. Because I think that would be a good experiment, because a lot of people don't like going early quarterback, and I'm pretty much with people. I know Burrow's not going to fall in this draft because everybody keeps taking him in the 4th round, which is ridiculous. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Smitty, what do you think about my draft? QB Burrow and Lance. I'm assuming this is a super flex. Nice job. If it's not, you still got a great backup. Swift, Aaron Jones, Hall, Mitchell, Dillon, Jefferson, Pittman, Hopkins, Knox, Waller. Fantastic, bro. That's like a 8.5, 9 out of 10 without even looking at the rest of the rosters. Oh, I'm on the clock in both these. Okay. Kid. Oh my God, it's the same scenario. Breece Hall. Let's go Breece in this one. We're going to run out of time here. Herbert. It feels a little early to go DK, but I'm going to run out of time. So one of these I went early quarterback, the other I didn't. So Swift, Lamb, and Breece Hall in this draft. And then this one, Swift, Debo, Herbert, DK. I really like the look of this team. Feels very balanced. Yeah, Roy, you killed your draft, bro. If Diggs may fall to you in the second, then definitely keep it. Keep JT. Okay, we're still getting good advice for that. Thank you for helping him. Should we go Fournette over ETN? No, Harvest. Harvest. Is Fournette on this list, Harvest?
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
Space Monsters.
No, the answer is no. Fournette is not a moon man. Fournette is not a moon man. So no, the answer is you go ETN over Fournette all day long. All day long. They're at least a round apart in my opinion. Smitty, why do you like Breece Hall? I really don't understand. Well, Parker, 4.39 speed. Top 5 combine in the history of recent history of the NFL combines, like that you can even like remember. Top five running back combine, both of which supported the enormous upside that he had coming out of college with all the film and how amazing he looked. Couple all that together, Parker, I think I've got a pretty good argument right there. And then finally, just my eye test, watching him run the football, watching him on that 70-yard scamper, watching everybody panic over beat reporters saying that they think Michael Carter's the starter or Michael Carter's going to get this workload or Michael Carter's going to get that. Beat reporters are dictating where you draft Breece Hall and how you freak out on Breece Hall. Your freak out level on Breece Hall is being determined by beat reporters. So, you know, I honestly don't understand. I guess let me turn the tables on you. Why do you not like Breece Hall? You answer me that question, good buddy. You answer me that question, good buddy Parker. Because, I've got all the stats and facts on my side of the table. I'd love to hear one reason why. And I'm asking an honest question, and you can call in. Here's the phone line, bro.
Call into the show. Dial 602.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
I would love to talk to you about it. I'd love to hear factual information as to why I should be worried about Breece Hall. Factual, not beat reporter speculation or write-ups that say this or that. I want to hear facts. I want to know why my eye test is going to fail me. Because my eye test says this guy scrambles on a 70-yard run, and I see everything I need to see in one freaking play. One play, bro. My eye test can tell. Computes. Look at the run. I've seen this run in college a bunch of times too. You know, it's not like it's brand new. I've seen it over and over on college film. Watching it over and over and over. He's a specimen. He's a 4.39 runner. They drafted him high. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is Bill in Michigan. How you doing, Smitty?
What's up, Billy?
Oh, not much, brother. Not much. I got my 22nd year of a draft on Saturday. I'm drafting in the number 5 spot. No keepers. 6 points per passing touchdown. Other than that, standard rule, 6 points, non-PPR. Just wanted your take on who you think I should take there at the 5, boss.
At the 5 spot, are there any keepers? I'm sorry, I was trying to draft at the same time.
No. Total redraft.
Well, let's look.
Keepers. Quarterbacks are more value because it's 6 points per passing touchdown. Although interceptions are -3.
You said 1 QB and then it's redraft?
Yeah, exactly, sir.
Look at this board right here. I don't know if you can see the screen. If not, I'll read it to you.
I'm watching.
Jonathan Taylor, Jamar Chase, Jefferson, Harris. If you were on the clock at this 5 pick, Kupp would be an excellent choice here. I think Harris more times than not will fall to 5, and he's a pretty locked and loaded number 5 for me. If the 2 wide receivers are off the board, I love Cooper Kupp, but something about repeating the numbers and the historical significance behind that, and Stafford's elbow. I have a little concern, just a little bit, not a ton, but a little concern when push comes to shove, when I have very, very close players like this, and I just kind of lean. Just a little bit of a lean. Just a little itty-bitty lean toward Najee, and he's almost always going to be there. Like, Najee's more of a 5
but
to
if
10.
it goes, no, definitely. If it goes running back 1 through 4, and I have to decide between, say, Najee, Justin Jefferson, and Kupp, or Josh Allen, because like I said, none of those 4 are going to make it back to me. So because quarterbacks are extra valued in this league, Jefferson obviously, or the quarterback Josh Allen's going to run for 700 yards and 6 touchdowns. So that's pretty special along with his passing upside. So if it went all 4 running backs, and like I said, Jefferson, you got Jefferson, Kupp, and Najee, and Josh Allen at the 5. Who would you take there, boss?
Jefferson, Kupp, or Najee?
Or Josh Allen, because, like I said, it's a 6-point per touchdown.
Yeah, but
rating,
even if it's...
none of those guys are making it back to me in the second, so...
Yeah, I'm still going after Joe Burrow. If it's 6 points per TD pass, Joe Burrow's going to throw 40-plus touchdowns in my mind. And so, for me, I'm not going Josh Allen in round 1 when I could get Joe Burrow probably in this format, I imagine, still in the 4th, 5th round, right?
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So who would you take out of those 4? The 2 receivers, Najee, those 3, I guess. I
mean, what's it look like? What's the likelihood of like Javonte falling to your 2nd round pick? Is it slim to none?
Probably slim. We've got 2 Bronco fans, and one at number 1, one at the 111. So I wouldn't think he makes it back to me in the 2nd round from the 5 spot. In my other paid league draft, I had the 10 spot, so I'm looking to go Swift Javonte there. So I don't mind diversifying and taking somebody completely different at the 5, but I don't think he makes it back to me at the 2nd with the way his ADP is rising.
You're going Swift Javonte in 1 draft already.
Yeah, that's next week. Yeah, that's my other paid league. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm hoping to.
I like knowing that because it shouldn't influence you too much, but it should give you a little bit of like a man. It's just am I taking Mike Thomas more than anybody right now? I'm not I'm fading Mike Thomas big time, but he keeps falling. I'm gonna take Mooney on this one, but I keep seeing Mike Thomas at like the 6th round, and it's like because we're sniping.
No, I like it. I like the value of Mooney.
I'm not a big Mike Thomas
guy. Too many question marks.
I'm not a big Mike Thomas guy at all. I'm fading him pretty hard, but like he keeps falling to this range where there's no one left. It's like I like Elijah Moore a lot too, but I feel like you can get him a little bit later. Okay, so back on point. I still feel like Najee's pretty good. Do you think Tyreek Hill or Debo, one of the 2, would fall to you in the 2nd round?
Yeah, I'm sure one of those guys will make it back to me. But then if I go Jefferson at 5, then so it's Najee, Kupp, or Jefferson, I think, is what I'm looking at. Maybe with an outside shot of Rainey with a chance of Eckler if he, if someone goes quarterback in the top 4 and shakes things up, which could very well happen.
But who would your running back be if you ended up taking JJ?
If I ended up taking who?
Justin Jefferson.
Then I'm looking in the 2nd round at guys like possibly Kamara, guys like possibly Javonte if he falls to me in the 2nd, which would be, like I said, a long shot.
You know what?
Guys like Saquon Barkley,
because you got Swift and Javonte in the other league, I'd probably go JJ. If he's there, I go JJ. I don't know if I go Kupp, but I do go JJ. And if it's not JJ, I go Najee. If it's not Najee, I go Eckler. And if it's not that, I go Jamar Chase.
Even in non PPR, you go Jefferson at 5, just on traditional rules over Najee and Kupp.
I mean, he could catch 2,000 yards, bro.
Sure, I know the upside is crazy,
yeah.
bro.
What do you guys think? Jefferson.
It's so hard. I've been trying to trade back to the 10, 11, or 12 because the 5 is it's great to be there because I could take Josh Allen, but then I'm looking at, no man's land for running backs in the 3rd and 4th. So if you go running back high, it's not. Josh Allen outscored everybody in the league last year in the way we formatted by 112 points.
But if I think that Burrow's going to be that good, and maybe you don't. If you don't feel that way, don't wait on Burrow.
I believe in it.
Yeah, if you believe in Burrow,
his knee worries me, but he's going to go in the 4th round in this league too because 6-point passing touchdowns, 8-point passing touchdowns if it's 49 yards or longer. So quarterbacks, everybody knows they got to get a top 5 or 6 guy, so they go earlier.
I get that, but give me the Joe Burrow in round 3. Now, if you're telling me Joe Burrow won't fall to round 3, then that's a different story. But if you really believe Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow will be there at least for you in round 3 or 4, and again, everybody put their earmuffs on in Normalville because this guy is living in a bizarro league where everyone's taking, even with 6 points per TD pass, you normally don't see people treating quarterbacks like it's a super flex league. But you
don't normally see a quarterback like Josh Allen run for 700-plus yards and 6 touchdowns either like he did last year. The dude's just... he looks like a man amongst boys there. So that's the upside.
Don't let me talk you out of it. If Josh Allen is your guy in that scoring format, and the way
obviously he's not, or I wouldn't be asking the almighty Schmitty what to do.
Yeah, if you're asking me, I'm telling you, if I make sure you don't miss Burrow, make sure you don't miss on Burrow, but you need to
swing a Jefferson at the 5.
But I'd swing a Jefferson or Najee at the 5. I would get Burrow where
Javonte makes it back to me at the 2nd. Yeah.
Don't miss on Burrow, but you make sure you understand what where he's at and what time it is. When it comes to getting Burrow and snagging him, or Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts could throw for 30 touchdowns, bro, and run for another 8 to 10. He could score 40 total touchdowns. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that's awful similar to what Josh Allen did last year when you think about it, when you break it down,
just because
it's excellent points.
Just because Josh Allen's going number 5 doesn't mean he should be going number 5. And if everybody was playing this game, like you could guarantee me everybody's playing this game of drafting a quarterback early, I still don't think I would in the 1st round because the odds of like a Burrow or Hurts or Kyler, it's a 10 or a 12 man league.
They're both my pay leagues are 12. The problem is, Schmitty, I took C-Mac at the number 1 in both leagues last year, and my teams were loaded, but he absolutely killed me. And my fear is that I'm going to be facing C-Mac right in the eyes when I'm on the clock at number 5 on Saturday night.
Well, I wouldn't take him if he's there.
If I'm facing C-Mac,
don't take him at.
You would?
No, don't take him at number 5. Doesn't matter if he's staring at you or not. Just move around him.
Go
Ignore
Jefferson
him.
Or Najee over him.
Ignore him.
Yeah.
Walk around him. Don't
he's
go
got an ADP at 2. But yeah, so you would still go Jefferson over C-Mac if you were me at the 5?
Would I go who?
Would you go C-Mac if C-Mac somehow made it to me at 5 and it was him or Jefferson or Harris?
I just told you
because I got burned by him.
I just told you I wouldn't draft C-Mac. Why would you take a guy? Why would you take a guy that just burned you, and he hasn't played for 2 years when you got other guys that have much more security?
Completely agree.
Here's what I'm saying, bro. I don't mind JJ, and you might have a weird effect with JJ this year. I know everybody says it's PPR, non-PPR, you should go running back, but JJ's going to score in a weird way. JJ and Jamar Chase, in my opinion, are going to score in a weird way that they're going to separate themselves even more so from the other wide receivers because they're going to have so much production on the yardage and touchdown fronts. It's like maybe they are big PPR guys and they would be even bigger, but everybody's relatively going down or up based on PPR. So if it's non-PPR or PPR, all the wide receivers are relatively moving together. It's more about what do the wide receivers move against the running back. So if you have Najee in PPR or whoever, JT in PPR, and you have in PPR JJ with him, and then when you make it non-PPR, JJ loses all the yardage. But at the same time, all the backs in fantasy football are PPR monsters, except for Henry and except for Chubb, so relatively speaking, JT's getting hit too. All these running backs are getting hit. So when people say, Smitty, where are your non-PPR rankings? Honestly, it's like I force myself to do these non-PPR rankings sometimes for people, and it's not that much different. The running backs are PPR monsters these days. It's all relative. And on top of that, if JJ's pulling in 2,000 yards, let's say, and I'm not saying he'll for sure hit that mark, but a lot of people are saying that if JJ hits 2,000 yards and he hits 15 touchdowns, he's going to be scoring like no one else anyway, even if you take away his PPR. And again, relatively speaking, if you give his PPR back, everybody else is getting their PPR back. And then it's just relative down or up. You know what I mean? So...
No, right. You make some sense. Yeah, no, I agree. Be steadfast in the pick and fire it. My second question, real quick, because I know I've taken too much of your time. I'm at the 11 in my other paid league. I'm hoping I get Swift at 11 and Javonte at 14. Now, being a student of the Schmitty sciences, I know you said that I have to play the ADP game, so I want to go Swift at 11 and hope Javonte makes it back to me at 14. Have I understood your teachings right, sir, Sensei?
Swift at 11, yes. And if Breece, if JJ or Jamar Chase fall, you may even consider going Chase over the. Is this a non-PPR as well?
Yeah, correct.
I mean, you could get this right here.
The tripod, also likened to pyramids
this tripod.
in ancient Egypt, are constructed using Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Javonte Williams.
Awful hard to put it together if you go, but I wanted to go. I wanted to go Swifter at 11, Javonte at 14. So you're saying draft Swift at 11 or Chase at 11, and then your risk of getting Javonte is better after 12 and 13 than it would be of getting Swift after 12 or Chase.
Yeah,
after 12
your odds
getting
Swift. Yeah, your odds getting Javonte later are better, but I would go Jamar Chase and Javonte or Swift and Javonte. I could go either way. Could go with the tripod.
But Swift or Chase if you're on the clock, who would you take there in a non-PPR at the 11?
Is the wind blowing left? Is the wind blowing right? I don't know.
It's a pick'em. It's a Schmitty pick'em, if you will.
Yeah, it's a dice roll.
Flip the coin. You must.
All right, bro.
It. No Country for Old Men. So thank you for the time, bro. Love the show, man.
What was your name again?
I'm Bill from Michigan.
Bill from Michigan. All right, Bill. Appreciate you. Bill from Michigan. Okay. Let's go over these teams real quick. Hopefully I answered Parker's Breece Hall question. And I didn't mean to sound like I was just really answering the question the best way I knew how, Parker. So apologize if that came off weird. Adams, Javonte, Pittman, Waddle. Pittman's that's not bad there at the end of round 3 because that's kind of like the 4th round. So that's a good looking team. Rock out. That's a good looking team. Cook, Mixon, McLaurin, Mahomes. I'm liking that. Diggs, Hill, Elliott, Metcalf. Waller, Trey Lance, okay. Swift, this is my team. Swift, Lamb, Breece Hall, Kittle, Hurts, Mooney. I would say it's good, maybe top 6, 7, but not top 3. Not top 3. It's not. It is what it is. Eckler, Debo, Herbert, Moore, Mitchell. I like that, Carrick. Henry, Kelsey, ETN. I like it. McCaffrey, A.J. Brown, okay. Kupp, Chubb, Aaron Jones, Mike Williams, okay. Harris, Barkley, Keenan Allen, Judy Burrow, not bad. Jefferson, Kamara, Fournette, Sutton, Wilson, Hawkinson, Chase, Allen, Pitts, Connor, Dillon. Nothing's blowing me away yet. I feeling like those are all even Steven teams. Let's do 2 more mock drafts here side by side. I'm dropping the link in said chat to mock draft number 1. I'm going to go from the 6th spot from both drafts this time. Let's look at this draft right here. We got Avatar with Cook, Javonte, McLaurin, Waddle, A-Rob, and Wilson. That's pretty good. It's probably top 6. Footballer Chris. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Talking to Nick.
Nick, what's up?
What's up, man? I just...
Okay. Good talk, Nick. Diggs, Mixon, Pittman, okay. Adams, Lamb, Elliott, okay. Swift, this is my team. Swift, Debo, Herbert, Metcalf, Dillon, Mike Thomas. And I normally don't take Mike Thomas. I've been fading Mike Thomas. I've been talking about fading Mike Thomas, but I'm not going to lie. I feel like that's causing people not to want to take him and he's falling to a value that feels okay here, you know. Especially I could trade him. Like, part of me's taking him to trade him because everybody's so high on him right now. I'll take him and trade him. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
This is Nick again. What's up, Smith?
What's up, Nick? I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I just hung up by accident.
Okay, Nick, what can I do for you, Nick?
So I just drafted my 12th team PPR league today, and I had the 12th pick, and I took CD and Javonte as my first 2 picks. Are you at all worried about CD with the Tyron Smith issue now?
No. I mean,
Okay.
CD Lamb, man. I mean, he's going to get fed. I feel like the team's going to be one of the highest scoring offenses in the NFL, like they were last year, you know, in terms of production and just volume. I think Cooper leaving is the best thing that could happen for him. He's now got that out of his, you know, he's not living in the shadow of Cooper, even though Cooper, you know, wasn't better than him, but just now he's the lead veteran receiver. You got Tolbert coming in, who's pretty good. The Vasher kid's good. You got Tony Pollard going to be all over the place. Zeke Elliott will do fairly well for as long as he can, you know, get the full workload that they plan on feeding him. Essentially, it's going to break him, and then Pollard comes in, fresher version of Elliott, better version of Elliott. And so you're fine there. You're backed up at running back. Very, very good. Yeah, are you worried about injuries with any team when you lose a big dog? Yeah, sure, but you know, it's not like they're not plugging holes with somebody. It's not like they have an empty spot or something. Like, you know, we'll see what happens, but I still think Dak, Dalton Schultz, I mean, there's a lot of weapons on this team. When you think about it offensively, there aren't a lot of teams that have a running back crew with a tight end, with a wide receiver, you know, like the Cowboys have. Like, think about even Buffalo. Buffalo's got a lesser running back situation, in my opinion, by quite a bit, because I think Pollard's that good. I think they have a lesser tight end situation, not by a lot, because I do love Dawson Knox, but by a decent amount, because I like Schultz a whole lot more than most people like him. And then you've got Diggs and Gabe Davis versus CeeDee Lamb and Tolbert, which I think you give the edge to Diggs and Gabe Davis, right? But I mean, these are you find offenses like that. These are the offenses that just, even if they're playing from behind, they're throwing. So I'm real excited about Lamb. I wouldn't worry about that a bit.
Yeah, I have Breece Hall as my running back too. I got him in the first pick as the 4th round. My draft was very RB heavy, so I backed it up with Perry, Amon-Ra, A-Rob, Pickens, Stubbs. So I mean, I have the wide receivers to hold down the team until Breece starts to get going.
Mm-hmm. And don't think
we'll see, man.
Don't think Breece can't get going either, because a lot of people are going to make it out seem like Breece can't. Like, you're hearing a lot of beat reporters talk about Breece Hall right now. You're hearing a lot of people draw a lot of conclusions. Is Roy still here? I think I got to Roy's question anyway. Yeah, I did. Thank you, Roy, for that super chat. Like, have you heard? Has the Jets coaching staff come out in your recollection and said Breece Hall's getting 30% of the workload, or we're getting like, no, it's a lot of people projecting. You know, Michael, let me pull up the news on the Michael Carter stuff that just dropped.
Yeah, I've seen it all. I'm a Jets fan, so I know Joe Douglas for the last 3-4 years. We traded up for Breece, so like,
yeah, you got him for a reason.
He's just going to be an RB2 or bench player.
Yeah,
like, we traded up for him to be the starter.
Yeah,
he's going to be the starter. I'm not buying into all this beat writer bullshit that they're talking about now.
So this right here is what everybody's freaking out about. They're freaking out about this. Did you hear that Michael Carter's the starter? Who's saying Michael Carter's the starter? I'm not saying it's not true. Like, could Michael Carter line up with the ones and go out there in week 1 and then Breece Hall come in second series or whatever and then them split at 50-50? Absolutely, that could happen. But here, ESPN writer Rich Simony, or whatever, however you say his name, writes Michael Carter is still running back 1 for the Jets. That is a beat writer or ESPN writer saying this for the New York Jets. A New York Jets writer is saying this. Now, granted, he's embedded in the situation pretty good, maybe, yeah? But really, I tend to, as arrogant as this sounds, I tend to feel like these guys don't have a better handle on it than a show like mine that's literally going live every day, absorbing all the news in one place. Like, I'd have to be an idiot to not think I know more than most people that are reporting on it, because that's why I do what I do. I might be wrong. I might have a very obtuse and very bad analysis of that, and I might think too highly of my own analysis. And I'm wrong all the time too. It happens with everybody. Everybody's gonna get things wrong. But like, I don't trust just because a guy's more on site than I am doesn't mean I can't absorb every single piece of information that's out there, including his report. His report I take in and factor in too. But like, this is a guy writing, just like we are hearing one reporter say that Javonte Williams is getting 78-80% of the work in Denver, and another reporter saying that it's going to be a 50-50 split. Then Melvin Gordon comes out and says they want Javonte to be the guy. Now what's everybody saying about the so-called more knowledgeable reporter that said it was going to be a 50-50 divide hot hand when Melvin Gordon's... You what?
I'm sorry.
What was that?
I'm at work. You good?
Oh, okay. It sounded like someone was plugging their nose and screaming. So I don't know, bro. Take it for what it is. I'm gonna go wide receiver here. But you gotta take some gambles and take some guesses, and you gotta follow the sources you believe in. And if that's me, I thank you for following me and putting your trust in me. Could I be wrong? Yeah. Everybody's wrong.
Yeah, no, I appreciate your help. I'll continue to watch the rankings on your website and stuff.
Attaboy.
Continue to watch the show. I appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. You got any other questions? Call back in, all right? All right.
You got it. Thanks.
I feel like I just went rant. I'm trying to do 10 things at once. I feel like I didn't even answer his question. If I didn't answer your question, Nick, you can call back in and ask it again. Pretend you're somebody new. Be like, hi, this is Nick. This is Nick from Sacramento, and I have a question about Breece Hall because I don't know that I answered this question. Smitty, I noticed first draft overall is not good to get players. Lewis, it's good to get players, just not in our mock drafts, Lewis, because everybody's sniping every single person left and right. So just in our... Okay, let me draft this, and I'll go back to this mock. We'll rate it real quick, and we'll drop one more mock draft. How many people are in here? 187 in here. Only 98 thumbs up. I've been here for an hour and 40 minutes, and 187 of you can't punch that thumb up button for your boy Smitty? Really? An hour and 42 minutes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so Chase Hill, Etienne, Mike Williams, Schultz, Lance, love that team. That's top 5. Cup, Kelsey, Breece Hall, Mahomes, Monty, Cooks. That could be top 5. Nice work, guys. Henry, Kamara, Pitts, Jackson. Yeah, it all depends on Kamara. If Kamara and Henry both play full seasons, I mean, it's going to be hard to beat that team for sure. Eckler, Barkley, Higgins, Akers. Not a big fan of Akers, Kyle. Not a big fan of Akers, broski. But do you trust yourself? McCaffrey, AJ Brown, Josh Allen, Mitchell, Hollywood Brown, Pierce. That's pretty good. That's a crafty, sneaky top 6 team there, Freak. Najee, Chubb, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Burrow, Goddard. I like it. I don't know if it's top 5, but Jefferson, good job. Keep. I mean, it really does depend on Keenan Allen and Moore. If they are top 8 wide receivers, which they technically each could be. I don't know if both of them will be, but technically speaking, they both have that appeal. Then you'd be in the money. So I'd say you're depending on what happens with those guys. Jefferson, Andrews, Fournette, Murray, St. Brown, Taylor, Aaron Jones, Evans. Okay. So your question is, you don't know if you can draft good from the 1 pick. Let's let this one run for four rounds real quick. It'll go real quick. JT, let me show you. Let me show you what you can get in the real world, because these mock drafts are not realistic, bro. In a good way for you, because when you go to draft, Rock out, you timed out on Akers. when you go to draft, my man, when you go to draft, you're literally going to have more options than you have in these mock drafts. We are Snipe City up in this mug. We're absolute Snipe City. So right here, I have Javonte Williams. That's not going to happen 9 times out of 10, but Javonte's there. Boom, punched it. A.J. Brown is a good pick here. Herbert's a good pick here, but I'm going to go with A.J. Brown. Boom. Feel pretty good about that, Lewis. I'm feeling pretty darn good. Maybe you don't get this in your draft, but I do advise you to look at round 2. Is there anybody all that out of place in round 2? No. Look at round 2. Like, that could potentially happen, and all I'm saying is that round 1 is going to look a whole lot different to you. Let me pause this draft and show you what I would do next. Oh, no, I'm not up yet. Okay. So resume draft. Burrow is probably going to be one of my picks here. Eli Mitchell's okay. Hollywood's okay. Let me just get Burrow in this spot now before I time out. So we'll go Burrow, even though that was before 5.1. I wanted to not time out. I need a wide receiver if possible. Dalton Schultz is there if we wanted to go early. Wide receiver wise, you could go DJ Moore. You could go Deontay. Running backs that are available. I don't love the running backs that are available. Let's just say I went DJ Moore here. That would be a really, really good team. So I would say that you can draft a phenomenal team from the 1 spot. Don't let the mock drafts detour you. Let's go from the 6th pick. Copy the link. This will be the last mock draft of the night, I believe. I'm always talked into more, but let's go ahead and assume that that's going to be the last mock draft of the night. Okay, so here it is. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I timed out. James Conner. It's not horrible, but I would have loved to have had, I guess, Mike. Well, I don't know. Not horrible, but I was doing so good. Breece Hall, Debo, and Jamar Chase. I was loving my squad, and I timed out. That sucks. I don't know where to draft Jalen Hurts right now. Last mock draft of the night. JT, Javonte, AJB. I mean, that would be great, Jordan. Super chat from Manjot. But no message attached. I'll look for your comment, bro, and try and answer your question. I'm 11 seconds over here. I'm going to time out. I suppose a good pick. I'm going to time out, so I'm just going to take Hurts. I didn't want to time out. See, here I'm going to time out, but that's okay. I know who I want. Let's go Eckler. Let's try Eckler. We haven't drafted Eckler yet. Manjot. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Thanks for the 15-minute call. Oh, yeah. Awesome. It's my boy Manjot. I got Najee, Hurts, Debo, ETN. Oh, my God. So you got Najee, Jalen Hurts. I remember talking about this with you, and that was a fantastic potential strategy. Getting Najee, and this is super flex, right? Najee, Hurts, Debo, ETN, T. Higgins, Sutton, Davis Mills. That's the second quarterback that we talked about. Phenomenal job. You're putting your cojones on the line with that one, but Mills looks really good. Hurts and Mills. You got Najee and ETN. Saquon. How'd you get Saquon too? Wow. That's a team. That is quite the team, my man. Congrats on that. It's always somebody brand new to the show that just pops in and says something like, Cryo. I've never recognized Cryo before. Burrow is the worst pick ever. Good luck. Thank you, Cryo. Cryo coming in with the nugget. Let's go Tyreek. Do I trust Saquon? I do in the third round. But I don't trust Saquon in round 2. And that's not like so much a knock on him more than it is just saying I trust other people better in round 2. Until Saquon proves it to me. I'm not saying Saquon's a lock to bust, but I did say he was a complete avoid last year. Najee or Cook half PPR. I'm taking Najee. I don't trust Cook's shoulder. That socket, that ball socket, man. You got that torn labrum in there. That ball and socket are so easily susceptible to re-injury. Anytime he lands on that sucker, I think he's a big injury risk. He's always an injury risk outside of the shoulder anyway. You know? I don't know what I'm going to do here. I feel like Monty just went. I feel like Monty's a risk, but he's also decent value at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like he keeps falling. And so does a couple other people here. I'm going to time out. I autoed on Knox. I don't hate that, though. Jamar Chase, Debo, Breece Hall, Connor. I autoed on Connor. I autoed on Knox. My bad. I'm trying to do too much. Jamar Chase, Debo, Breece Hall, Connor, Hurts, Knox. Probably top 6, but I don't think it's top 3. Eckler, Kelsey, Aaron Jones. Like that. Harris, Hill, Herbert, Schultz, St. Brown, Mooney. That's pretty darn good. I like that a lot, Dimes. That's good. Jefferson, Barkley, Andrews, Mike Williams, Mitchell. That's really well balanced too, Frake. McCaffrey, Evans, Fournette, Judy, A-Rob. A little risky down from this Judy on down. Oh, that's why he's a troll. That makes sense. Let's see. Kayla's got Taylor, Chubb, Aaron, AJ Brown, Deontay Burrow. Pretty good. Pretty good squad. I like it. Rock out, Cup. Oh, I'm on the clock over here. Let's see here. Let's try the T. Higgins thing again. I'm always against drafting T. Higgins in round 3. Let's see how it feels. Cup, Kamara, Pitts, Waddle, Jackson, Monty. I mean, it's all up to Kamara, bro. If Kamara plays 17 games, you're probably in the top 4. If he doesn't, you're done. Swift, Adams, Keenan Allen, Pittman, Dillon, Ertz. Seeing you draft better. Meet the woo. But it was worth a try. It's a good team. It's just, I think I don't think it's the top 4 team. It's maybe top 6. Cook, Mixon, McLaurin, Kittle. Okay. Henry, ETN, Metcalf, DJ Moore, Brady. Pretty solid. Diggs, Allen, Higgins, Elliott. Okay. Lamb, Williams, Waller, Mahomes, Bateman, Pierce. That's interesting. I like that team. Some good squads. You autoed? Okay. You auto drafted. Smitty, thanks for the 15 call. Appreciate you. Pittman going to break out, says Blackbeard. Appreciate you, Blackbeard. Jordan, appreciate you. Smitty, thanks. Okay, no problem, buddy boy. ETN goes in the third a lot. I think for good reason. But he shouldn't go in round 2. Did he go in round 2? Where did he go in round 2? 2.3? Yeah, that's way too early. Montoya, what were you doing? That's Montoya. That's probably the highest we've ever seen him go ever. I don't even think they draft him that high. Like, you know when you go to Denver, like the caller said, and then people are drafting Javonte too high? Even if you went to the moon, which is where ETN resides, if you went to the moon, I don't think they'd even draft ETN at 2.3 on the moon. You know? And that's like his hometown. I don't understand. It's a little high, bro. Rate my other teams. Meet the Woo said. I will. Chase, AJ Brown, Hall. Very good so far. Hill, Eckler, Higgins is my team. I normally don't take Higgins here, but it's Snipe City anyway, and I thought let's try it. Cup, Debo, McLaurin. I don't know about the triple wide, so let's see what happens for you. Shoddy. It's good. Henry Mixon. Adams, Kelsey, Kittle. You timed out, obviously. Cook, Lamb, Pittman, Herbert, Hubert. I love this team so far, Bash. It's probably my favorite. I'm on the clock here. I don't know what I'm going to do here. This is pretty hard. I don't know. Let's try it. I don't like it. I don't like my squad. You got me. Meet the Woo. Appreciate you, says Harvest. Is Pierce a moon man now, Smitty? He certainly is. Look at
the moon man.
He's up at the top. We ran out of room.
In outer space.
He's up at the top.
Space Monsters.
The Space Monsters, indeed. Indeedy. All right, I'm closing that. So I'm not tempted to review anymore. ETN goes late third a lot. He certainly does. Pierce Moon Man, yes sir. What are we drafting? What are we drafting in the Take the Tomlinson League? Probably the last week of. We're gonna probably do it on a Sunday night. I imagine a Sunday night. Probably, maybe this coming Sunday night or Saturday night. Hopefully everybody can make it. It's going to be hard to get everybody together there because it's 20-something, so you're going to have to just, like, create a pre-rank list if you can't make it, but it'll probably be Sunday. Or next Sunday. Sorry, next Sunday, not this Sunday. I'll give you more time than that. I don't know. At this point, I don't really. This team stinks. This team stinks. JJ Javonte is a fantastic start. I don't know who has that. Who has that? Swift and Javonte over here. I like that. That team's really good. Don't judge me. I'm not even paying attention. Partly, I'm so brain dead right at this point. Hill, Higgins, Mike Williams, Dillon. I don't like that team. Team's trash. Smitty, is there a video stream that you talk about the Waddle injury? Yeah, I think it's Fridays or Fridays. I think it's Wednesday's show, but I'm not sure. You'll see it at the beginning of each of the shows. Go to the Wednesday show, see if you see it. Should be the Wednesday show, I believe. But I mean, we don't really know what's going on with Waddle's injury. We just were told, I think Wednesday, that he's been kind of MIA from practice for like almost 10 days, like out of nowhere. We're like, what? Really? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show, Rock Out. What's up, my man?
Not much. I got a commissioner question.
Okay.
Well, I got like annoying manager basically acting childish, trying to hold the league hostage just because it got voted on for sleeper, but he's like, oh, it's not a serious league because a bunch of emojis and all that, and he's basically trying to hold the league hostage because he doesn't want to play on sleeper.
He's the only one?
Yeah.
Well, can't you replace him?
I'm trying to work on that, but a bunch of people are already in their leagues that they wanted to be in. People I know.
Well, I mean, if everybody in the whole league votes sleeper, then I would just say it's moved to sleeper. You can drop out if you want, but like if multiple people are not wanting it on sleeper, I wouldn't move it. I'd keep it where it is. Like I've told you. Like I've told you before, whenever there's big change, if it's not approved by everybody, then you're gonna have problems. But if you don't approve something that majority of the people want, they're not gonna have problems with it because it wasn't there to begin with. But if you do something that multiple people, like 3 or 4 people out of the 12, don't like it, the league can fall apart. So. I mean, if he's the only one, then just tell him it's moving. And if he doesn't want to be in the league, he doesn't want to be in the league. Just have a vacant spot, whatever.
The problem is trying to find somewhere late because the people in other leagues, they're already set for the league they want to be in. So that's the issue about it. And it's like only one person. I don't know why he's the only one having an issue with it.
Well, you could ask in one of the groups, the voicemail group. I'm sure somebody would want to join it.
Yeah.
That's a good squad there, Meet the Woo. Probably top 3. It's a good team. JJ Chubb, Kamara, Burrow. If Kamara plays a full season, that team, Jimmy R, is good top 3. This is a great team, too.
So
Pitts is early. Etienne's early. It's still a good team.
Would you reach on Barkley late second?
I don't like Barkley late second. There's just other players I like more. You're never going to get me to take Barkley late second. I'm just going to it's not that I hate him. I just like other players more. Plain and simple. These are interesting teams. I like this team here. I'm going to say the winning team is Jimmy. Jimmy. Where was it? Chase, AJ. This is a good team. I don't know. There's a couple good ones. All right, Rock Out. I'm probably going to bounce. Anything else?
All right, no problem.
Anything else?
That's it for right now.
Can you ask? I'm sorry. What did you say about the voicemail group? You want to ask anybody in there? Hello?
Yeah, I can, but it's kind of weird because like home league and we don't really
just move
it.
Bro, did 11 other people or 10 other people, including yourself, 11 people actually vote to move it to sleeper?
Yeah.
So it's like a unanimous except for him. Just move it. If he doesn't join, he doesn't join. Like, I mean, you'll find somebody. You'll replace it. I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I don't want to say that to you and then you can't find a replacement and the league goes under and you blame me. But I don't know. It sounds like this guy's just trying to cause trouble, but you'll figure it out. I'm sure somebody in our voicemail group will replace him. Like, Rock Out, if you move the league because everybody wants to and he's got the problem and he leaves the league or whatever, that's him. He's causing the problem, not you.
Yeah.
And let the other 10 people influence him to do it. Like, if they're gonna all rip on him and say, dude, you're holding up the draft or the league or whatever. All right, Rock Out. You'll figure it out.
All right.
Appreciate you, my man.
Thanks.
Later.
Yep.
he seems so down about it. I feel bad. Rockout's like, you could tell he's torn. It feels like his league's he's responsible. You know, he's a good commish. His heart's in it. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and whenever news breaks. I'll see you all tomorrow, either at 7 p.m. or earlier if news breaks. Peace out. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for the likes. Hit the like button on your way out the door. There's 150 of you still watching. Hit that like button. Get that up to 150. And remember, I answer every single question in the chat. Pretty much. So test me. If I missed a question and I didn't answer, go ask me in the chat. Let's go. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.